I don't know if I'm confusing you with somebody else, but I feel like I've seen you rant about this before. The comment is from a few days ago. It goes, cool, I've told this guy. Also, I checked the timestamp from the video and I was talking about people who struggle setting boundaries. Anyway, so, cool, I've told this guy time and time again, I'm not interested. And he agreed to be friends, but he insinuates he'll off himself if I ever leave or date anyone. He suffers from depression, and I don't think he fully comprehends his words or actions. Yo, I'm gonna give you the worst possible advice. I'm gonna be for real with you, and whoever is watching, y'all about to hate me for this because it's horrible what I'm about to say. Look, my ex would do this to me a lot. Like any signs I'm not interested or I'm leaving, it's exactly what you said she would do. Like, so check this out. Look, first of all, let's talk inward, okay? You have to first address why you got in this situation to begin with. Did you set boundaries early? Did you ignore signs because you wanted to be nice to somebody or think, oh, he's being nice. He's just being nice to me, or, you saw them react in an attachment like style when you gave them attention or affection. It doesn't have to be romantic to give affection to people. If so, maybe in the future, this is what I meant about setting boundaries. Usually people expose themselves in the first few interactions you have with them. How many times have I said in videos, the first or second time you ever meet somebody, they'll tell you their secrets. They'll overshare because they want acceptance. It's just a natural human reaction. So naturally, what people do, they'll share stuff about themselves or expose things about themselves to make someone get to know them. So that's when they overshare. Someone who acts like they're the person you're referring to, right? They may have showed signs very early. And for some reason, which don't be hard on yourself about this, but you may have overlooked something or a red flag. After you address that and you figure out how you got in the situation to begin with and review, this and that, now it will be safe for you to never go through this again. But what happens is, and I've heard stories like this or similar situations, and like I said, this happened to me several times already. People end up in situations like this over and over again because they're more focused on how weird or messed up someone is acting instead of how they got put in this situation or why they got to deal with this in the first place because of the signs they ignored. I'm saying all of this not to be critical of you, but because anything I say after this will mean nothing to you or will do nothing because you'll end up in this situation again. And now you're going to start looking crazy. So here's my suggestion after you've addressed how you ended up here to begin with so it doesn't happen again. The only way to beat a manipulator is you have to be a manipulator. You can't beat manipulators who have something over on you unless you play like a manipulator. You have to start plotting in a way that leaves the playing field in harmony. Don't do anything that crashes out because like I said a few videos ago, nothing ever gets even. When you try to get revenge on somebody or try to one-up somebody who got a one-up on you, it's going to be imbalance. To get even on somebody, it never gets even truly. What I would do in this situation is you have to start plotting a huge lie, a huge manipulation. I don't know what your life is like. I don't know if you go to work or you go to school or you do both. I don't know. Let's say this, right? Here's an example of where I'm going with this. You can prepare a step-by-step, multi-layered, deceptive, manipulative lie about how you're starting a new position at your job or you got new hours at your job or something where it would make sense where your activity starts to disappear. You're just not around anymore. You can even go further and darker with this. This guy is threatening his own life if you leave or have any freedom. Like, yo, you might as well say someone died in your family, bro. I'm gonna be for real. Start acting depressed. Then use that as leverage to distance yourself. This person is blatantly controlling you through manipulative tactics. You can't do anything unless you play manipulative too. I mean, you could just be cold and ghost them. I'm gonna be for real. I would do that. I would just tell you, look, if I'm in that position where someone says like, I can't date anybody, listen, I'm gonna be for real with you. I'm just telling you best wishes. I'm gonna leave like a long message, like I'm gonna leave like a long essay or something. I'll be like, hey, sorry that you're going through this, but please respect my decisions, how I feel. And then I'll block you. That's it. I won't even let you reply. I'm just going to leave that message blocked right away. I don't even want to hear what you have to say after that. Don't email me. Don't message me on another platform. None of that. I'll block you on everything. But not everyone wants to do that. All right. Some people, they want to allow people to get the last word, and next thing you know, now you start engaging with this person again. Like, like you feel bad for this guy. You don't want to feel guilty that a terrible manipulative person is controlling your life by threatening you. So you still have compassion for them, right? And you also don't want to be put in a position, I guess, where you feel guilty that if he does hypothetically do it, which I don't even want to say I doubt, or I will, or I don't doubt it, because you never know. People are unpredictable. I'm just saying, this person is putting you in a really messed up situation, and they're doing something really terrible to you. So if we're gonna play moral compass here and like be like, this is why I said my advice is terrible, because some people, I know they're listening to this and be like, cool, that's so terrible. You're telling them to be manipulative. You're telling them to be deceitful, do something horrible, make a multi-layered deep lie. Do you see what this person's doing to them? Like, what do you want? Like, if this person can't say bye, I don't know what to tell you. Yo, if you can't or don't have the willpower to ghost them, I would just make up a huge lie. But you have to learn how to layer this lie. Like, let's go back to the example. We'll use the extreme example, right? Like I said before, let's say you say someone died in your family. Okay, make it up. All right, pick anybody. Okay, don't you don't want to put things out there and manifestation, all this. Okay, well, first thing I would do, right, to plot this, I would make an alt Discord account or alt accounts, another alias on all platforms that he looks at. So like, if this guy is like, let's say he has you on Discord, on Steam, he's subscribed to you on YouTube. I don't know, maybe he follows I don't know if you got TikTok. I don't know. See, I don't know what your life is like. Let's say he follows you on these social media platforms. Okay, well, that he knows you're active on. You make an alias on all those platforms, and your real friends who won't snitch, tell them that you're making this alias. If you feel comfortable, tell them why. If not, then just start a new alias that many people don't know about. And if you can't trust any of your friends, that's another issue we got to talk about another time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's telling you there's something else really going on here too with that. But that's why I'd start making those aliases, start making those alt accounts and everything, and still maintain, don't delete your original stuff, still maintain the original account. Then when you're ready and you plotted everything out, you got your alt accounts ready, you got your lie ready, you know how you're going to plan this out, at a random moment, don't just randomly mention it to him. Don't let him message you first. Don't DM him and be like, my cousin died. No, listen, he messages you, right? But don't act edgy, right? First, act edgy. Don't even message him. Like, don't even DM him, nothing. Just like, if you're in like some server together, don't join voice chat or nothing like that. Just like, pretend that you're just quiet. Just be quiet right now. And then when he messages you, that's when you throw the fish bait in. Reel him in slowly. Oh, I'm just going through a lot right now. Sorry I couldn't reply. I'm just going through a lot, right? Even though you're not really, just like, sorry, something terrible happened. And then eventually after he pries, right, make him work for it. You know what I'm saying? Make him work to figure it out, because it'll seem more realistic. Then go, oh yeah, my XYZ died and I'm broken right now. I'm going through a lot. Oh my goodness. And don't forget to this is kind of silly, but I don't know what kind of person you are in this, but don't forget to delete your Discord avatar or clear your bio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or make like your avatar fully black. Okay. If you really don't be over dramatic. Don't like, make it too obvious. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, again, if you're an avatar changer type of person on Discord, you change your avatar all the time or something like that. I would do that. I would just like clear the avatar or something. This is crazy. See, I told y'all this advice is terrible. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, I'm serious at the same time. I feel like he's playing really dirty. Like, what moral grounding are you, like, for you can't, I don't feel like it's the worst thing on this planet to lie to him so you can escape a situation like this. Because what's going to happen is, let's say you do this, right? Let's say you pull off the lie and you do this correctly. Okay, correctly. And don't do this like 20 minutes after you listen to this video, by the way, okay? You plan things out piece by piece. He's going to feel bad for you, right? Let's say you did it properly. He's going to feel bad for you. He's going to feel sad for you, man. I'm so sad. The person who I love, they auntie died, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then once you get him like that, this is where you start disappearing. You start using that other Discord account or the other alias I talked about that you made already, you know what I'm saying? And it may take a while, but as you've gone distant from him, and he thinks you completely and truly disappeared from everything, not like completely, but he's gonna realize like, wow, the person who I love and everything, then they're slowly gonna detach from you because you're just not there anymore. You're just not as active anymore. And again, I wouldn't entertain responding to him either once you go on this alt account stuff. Like I would go on your original account just to maybe like give like a word reply or two, and then slowly make that to like not replying after like 2 days, and then not replying after like a week, and then not replying after like 3 weeks, and then eventually not replying at all. That's it. They're going to slowly detach from you. They're going to come to terms with this. Like, oh, this person's not here anymore. Again, I told you could play my auntie died or something like that, right? Or you could just say you got a new job or something. I don't know. You got to play it off well. You got to really think about this because you know your life better than everybody else, and you know exactly what you exposed and what you expressed and what this guy knows about your life. So you got to play into that too. And also, if this guy has like your phone number, you got to work that out too. And if this is like some real situation, like this is happening in real life, everything should be okay unless he's like physically stalking you. If he's like physically like staring in front of your house, which at that point, you should be talking to police about something like that. That's like a deeper issue, which I assume this is happening to you online because based on your comment history and what you said in previous videos in my comments, saying you seem to be somebody who hangs out a lot online. So I'm assuming this is online. If this is not online, you should be going to police. You know what I'm saying? Like that should ultimately solve this problem to begin with. So this is how I would solve this. If you can't have enough willpower to straight up tell him, stop it, I'm not going to do that, goodbye, and block him. But instead, it seems his controlling, isolative, and manipulative behavior is really preventing you from doing that. And you have a lot of compassion for this person. And I understand that. But again, to be a manipulator, you got to play like one. I don't know what else you want to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, is my advice the worst on the planet? Maybe it is. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, it's crazy. Anyway, this episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.